Alrighty. Alright. Part 3 of Genesis chapter 41. I think it's part 3. Part 2? Part 3? It's a part. I'm not sure which part. But anyways, last time I told you I was going to mention, I looked up, I believe there's 13 mentions or uses of the word dungeon throughout the Bible. First reference here, last reference is in Lamentations, I believe. Kind of interesting. So Genesis 41:17. I tell you what, I can feel my throat. It's going to sound interesting, but I've got some time here, and I got a project coming up. This vehicle you see me sitting in is going under the knife for some surgery and do a motor and transmission. So trying to get some videos done here so that while I'm working on this, we have some content to go up. So now as we burnt a whole minute with yabbering, let's get to it. So verse 17 is Pharaoh telling his story, his dreams. And that goes from verse 17 to verse 25. And Joseph said, so we paraphrase. And Joseph said to Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one. So it's one dream. You got two parts of one dream. God hath showed Pharaoh what he's about to do. Very gracious of God to bother, honestly, with telling a mere human ruler of the world what God is planning to do. God has been gracious and merciful and patient to mankind since God started the whole world rolling. It's very fascinating. Verse 26, the 7 good kind are 70 years. 7 good years are 70 years. A dream is one. And it's just the point is that God's repeating himself to make an impact. Like when Jesus says, verily, verily, it's the same premise. It's how God, he's saying it twice to make sure you get it. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kind that came up after them are 7 years. And the 7 empty years blasted with the east wind should be 7 years of famine. Oh, man. So we're going to have 7 good years. And we're going to have 7 really bad years. This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh. What God is about to do, he showeth unto Pharaoh. Behold, there comes 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt. So we got 14 years of time being prophesied and projected. And so there's a lot that can happen in 14 years. So changing a whole nation's attitude on a projected 14-year span, that takes a little bit of faith in believing Joseph, and it's a good thing they did. Let's see. Behold, 7 years coming. There shall rise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land. Pretty bad famine. And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous. So it's going to be so bad, people aren't even going to remember. You're not going to be able to say, oh, you remember, back those last, about 8 years ago, we just had, it was the best crops ever. And like, no, I can't remember anything. This is so bad. I don't remember a thing. All I can remember is bad. No our crops are bad. Agriculture's bad. Our livestock's bad. Everything's bad. And for the dream was doubled. The plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous. For that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice, it is because the thing is established by God, and God will shortly bring it to pass. So he's just, this emphasizes 2 times. It's going to be bad. Beware. Now therefore, instructions. Now therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. And you'll have to tune in next time for part 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever part this is to see what's next. See you next video.